Nikita Tszyu burst onto the scene as a legacy child, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. With back-to-back wins, his brother Tim implied that Nikita could take on Michael Zerafa. The wrestler was less than impressed though, and he shot back at Tim. In this video, we'll be taking a look at Michael Zerafa's comments, so stay tuned. First off, why Nikita Tszyu is nothing like his brother. Nikita Tszyu just made his professional debut in the boxing world some time ago, and one thing for sure, he likes turning heads. Nikita is about 24 years old and supports a boyish appearance. These factors build up quite an image, not to mention his university degree in architecture, but Nikita is completely different from what one would expect from him. When in the ring, Nikita is a monster like no other, completely foregoing his usual image of a firm but soft-spoken man in the media. The same cannot be said for his older brother Tim. The man has adopted a surgical style. It's obvious that Nikita followed his brother's footsteps and took up professional boxing, but this is where their similarities end, because the way both of them followed through their dreams couldn't be more different. Just this Wednesday, Nikita's set to fight Ben Horne. The fight's dubbed as the Battle of the Brothers because about 2 years ago, Nikita's brother Tim fought Ben's brother Jeff, winning overwhelmingly and successfully ending Jeff's whole career. While Horne would probably want to win as revenge for his brother, most boxing fans are rooting for Nikita. Nikita described himself as a butcher, and people seem to agree with this title. He has been praised a lot for his ruthless nature in the ring. Next up, the Tszyu brothers' manager explains it's hard to arrange fights for them. Due to his rising popularity and natural talent, he's rising up the ranks fast, something fans have seen before with his brother. There's a problem that arises with this reputation though, as Glenn Jennings told the media. Glenn, who manages both brothers, admitted that there was trouble finding opponents for Nikita. He said that every time he contacted other managers, they completely shot him down. While this is fair, seeing as one shouldn't start a battle if they can't win it, this may cause problems for Nikita's career. Glenn also admitted that they had the same problem with Tim. Still, they were able to build Tim up at a good rate, and he wants to try to do the same with Nikita. The manager is considering looking for opponents overseas, but he is cautious, seeing as Nikita is still a rookie with only 2 to 3 fights to his name. Tim Tszyu is reaching a big point in his career, as he will be facing Jermell Charlo in January 2023. Until then, the older brother has decided to sit tight and cheer on the younger one. Tim is very confident in Nikita's ability. He even went as far as saying that Nikita could beat Michael Zerafa prior to his professional debut against Aaron Stahl. Thirdly, Michael Zerafa didn't like Tim saying Nikita could beat him. Zerafa was less than impressed by this claim. He has been a professional for a long time and has more than 30 fights to his name. He is also ranked number 2 in IBF. Not only that, but he scoffed at the audacity of Tim suggesting that a rookie like Nikita could be at his level, declaring that he had absolutely no chance in defeating him. Zerafa even told Wide World of Sports that if he were to be more arrogant than he is now, it would cause him some serious problems. He also shamed Tim for throwing Nikita in the deep waters, when the boy himself had said nothing like this. But Zerafa isn't putting Nikita being worth something out of the picture. He stated that if the young Tszyu could somehow beat Benji Bomber, it would be possible to win his respect. Still, he doesn't have high hopes that Nikita could go against Benji. According to him, Bomber would win easily, but that's probably why winning against him would earn Nikita Zerafa's respect. Zerafa warned boxing fans not to believe everything they read or saw, because no manager or promoter would drag their fighter down. All they want is for the boxer to rise as high up in the ranks as possible. Nikita has managed to secure 2 stoppage victories since his debut. While this is impressive, it also shows that he's someone who won't hesitate to take risks, something that could bite him in the back later on. Finally, how Nikita's viciousness in the ring is attracting attention, but right now, this characteristic is catching others' attention. The perfect example being Matchroom's Eddie Hearn, a rival promoter. Earlier this year, Eddie was in Australia to witness the Justice Hooney face off against Joe Goodall in Brisbane. Justice won, and while paying respects to the star's promoter, Eddie wasn't able to hide his excitement regarding Nikita. He said that not only was Nikita very talented, but also rather spiteful. This made him give off a strong presence and excite others. Eddie said that the world of boxing was ruthless. People like the fact that Nikita's so vicious. In the end, it was all about entertainment, and despite the fact that this was his early days, when someone looked at Nikita fighting, they would no doubt be entertained. Now, in other news, Nikita Tszyu defeats Ben Horne in epic fights. Just a few years ago, Tim Tszyu defeated Jeff Horne in a fight that almost ended the professional's career, and since Nikita started fighting, he's only won. Obviously, the Tszyu brothers are nothing to scoff at and seem determined to overtake their famous father in their career. And now, Nikita just drove home the fact that the two brothers are even better than they seem by completely defeating Ben Horne in an all-out war. It must be said said, though, Ben put up quite a fight, something that actually gained him a lot of admirers. Nikita's been known to take a different approach than his methodological brother because the usually cute-faced architecture major turns into a vicious beast in the ring. But that's exactly why people are impressed with Ben, because he ended up taking over 130 hits during the match, a ridiculous number to be honest. Still, he held out, and it's a testament to his training and exactly how good he is that he managed to put up a fight against Tszyu's endless hits. People are actually calling it Ben's career best performance despite losing. On the other hand, Nikita was commented to be something of a Terminator. He might be a rookie, but he's got a big career before him if his powers anything to go by. Next up, Tszyu's camp reveals how hard Ben Horne fight was for him as a result of ear surgery. We might not have heard anything before the fight actually happened, but the Tszyu brothers manager Glenn Jennings revealed the boxer's struggles in the days before the match. Now that he has a third win under his belt, Jennings revealed that Nikita had surgery just a week before the match. A few years ago, Tim Tszyu pretty much ended the Hornet's career, and this year, Nikita took on Jeff's brother Ben Horne in a Battle of the Brothers match. It was a hard-won victory, but he managed. Afterwards, Jennings revealed that just 10 days before the match, the boxer had an ear injury. The hard cartilage on the ear's bone had separated from the sparring and even caused balance issues. It got so bad he needed surgery 3 days later, which was just a week before the match. The sutures were only taken out a few days ago, and Nikita still needs to undergo a procedure after the match, but he refused to cancel. His manager revealed that he got to poke my head up my arse for even suggesting the idea because too much was at stake. Finally, Hordern Pavilion intends to end Justin Hodges despite no fights to his name. He's a social media influencer who'll be making his professional debut, but that doesn't seem to intimidate Hordern Pavilion in the least. He's going to be going up against Justin Hodges, and to be honest, people are surprised at his confidence. Making his debut a few years ago in 2019, Hodges is a former rugby legend who played as a captain for the Brisbane Broncos in Queensland. On the other hand, Simi is a New South Wales fan who wants to represent his state and knock the former rugby favorite down a peg after their rugby state of origin defeat. Arriving with earphones and sunglasses, he was utterly relaxed. He said you couldn't fight an NRL legend every day and said he'd take Hodges down. It's a pretty good chance to end Hodges' career, so everyone's fired up for the fight. Both mentioned that the fight was on short notice, arranged in just 2 weeks. Since it'll be Hodges' last year as a boxer, he wants to end with a fight against Paul Gallen, but only if he makes it through Jordan. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think Nikita Tszyu should take on Michael Zerafa? Let us know down in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.